It's a great day, my amazing CEOs. Thank you so much for welcoming us into your home or into your office or onto your smart device or your computer or your phone, or maybe right now you're listening to the podcast. I want to let you know that we appreciate you because without you, we don't have a show. And thanks for allowing us to be part of your sales department meeting, a meeting you have every single day with your sales department, this huddle, let's call it that you're able to look at the sales progress, you're able to look at your sales strategy, you're able to revise your sales message, and in many cases have the sales structure and sales systems that you need in order to drive the business to over $100,000 plus a month of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. And that's why we have this conversation. That's why we do it every single morning. And I always like to start every morning with a reminder that one of our core principles or philosophies is success leaves clues. And what that means is we take a look at a business case study and we look at that and say, wait a minute, that business over there, that CEO has some challenges. That CEO had to make some differences in their sales strategies. That CEO had to adjust their sales system. And what can we use? What can we take away with it? Because success, while it does leave clues, it leaves footprint. And if someone else has done it, so can we. So let's go and get started as we do every morning with the case study. And this morning we'll talk about, a case, Wonderskin. So launching a new product or a company is already a challenge. It's very hard, especially when you're in an industry that's jam-packed, full of competition, and everyone seems to be doing the exact same thing. And entrepreneurs like Michael Malinsky, founder of Wonderskin, faced this challenge, and it wasn't a new idea for any CEO because he had aspirations to succeed in the beauty industry. Whoa, there's a lot of industries out there, by the way, and they're all very competitive, but the beauty industry, come on. So with the market already flooded with folks who are impulse buyers, folks who are looking for the quick fix, folks who want to try something different, and an industry that has high expectations, the task of standing out demanded not just a great product, but a clear sales strategy, a clear sales message, and a system and a sales structure to reach their ideal client. So behind Wonderskin's success is a discipline of a well thought out sales process. I want you to hear that. And it combined both creativity. It also had a business structure. So rather than just relying on just organic reach, which is nothing wrong with that, Malinsky used a blend of storytelling. He wanted his customers to understand why the product exists, how it would solve their problem, and the mission, goals, and objectives behind it. And he also wanted to use that same storytelling methodology for us to go after strategic investments. And this is what he did using paid media. So this approach assured a couple things. Number one, it maximized the number of people who would experience the product's unique benefits. Why? Because he was paying for it and he's putting their story in from them. And believe it or not, this sales system approach, it's not rare, but it works. See, here's what happens. Most companies or CEOs do not really focus on the story or the narrative of their company and why they exist as part of their sales message. They might have it as part of the marketing little thing over here or branding thing over here, and that's important. But the most important part is inside the sales message that you be able to step back and talk about the who, what, when, where, and how you're unique and how you're there to solve a problem. And this gave Wonderskin an edge, blending creativity with a rigorous sales system, blended with sales stories as part of the sales message. Wonderskin's rise isn't just about having a good product, although it is a good product, by the way. It's about building a sales system that establishes relationships and understanding what their ideal client is looking for so they can solve that problem. And Malinsky's, his whole philosophy was to have control over the process. So then he went back and said, okay, now we got the sales system down. How do we go back and focus on making it profitable and having everything in-house? This dedication really underscores the importance of having a strategic sales engine. In sales, and I'll say in sales terms, it's about knowing the strengths and weaknesses of your clients and what they're looking for in the product, having storytelling as part of it, and leveraging your whole system to get you in front of as many people as possible to say you can solve a problem. So what's the big takeaway for you? You, the CEO, you, the person listening right now. It's Wonderskins really highlights the importance of having a strong sales system, got it, and that it's not just about the sales today, but building a sales message and a brand story that resonates and lasts long after the customer has experienced the product. You do that, and you will see your sales go up, 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 and away. With that being said, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown. Once again, welcome to the CEO Sales Huddle. It is an honor and a privilege to serve you this morning. We appreciate you allowing us to stream onto your device and be a part of the CEO Sales Huddle. Now, I also like to mention every morning we get started, and I think it's very, very important, that one of our personal philosophies, is how we start off as a principle, and that is focus on sales. Focus on sales. I want to say it again because I believe it's so important. It's our mantra. Go ahead and repeat after me right now. Focus on sales. You see, it's our belief that if you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. Why, you might say? Because sales is, at the end of the day, it's the oxygen for every great business in history. And without sales, there's always more money pouring out than there is coming in. The message, what I want you to hear, 4 words, but it's probably powerful, and that is selling is serious business. Put that down in your notes. Selling is serious business. And also every morning, I like to get started. As we get started, I like to share that we have a pledge, and it's something that we do as CEOs. And I think it's important when you have your sales huddle with your sales team inside your sales department that you focus on what we're going to do as CEOs, what our responsibility is. And our responsibility is really 3 things. It's lead, is learn, earn, and return. So go ahead and repeat after me. I have to learn something new in order to earn new revenue from existing clients, in order to get old and new clients to return. Why do we do that? Well, because we have objectives. We get together with this CEO Sales Huddle. The objectives are clear, they're stated, and it's so important. And you think about it. Number 1, what's the first thing you want? You want sales progress. And you can ask yourself the question, do we have movement or do we have progress? Movement is just movement. Progress means you're making steps as you move ahead. And I believe that's important. And then you step back from there and you look at the whole other perspective. And the whole other perspective is to look at it is, what are the hurdles we have to deal with? We want to face those hurdles. And then it's understand the 5 sales pillars that every CEO must know and understand in order to be successful. Sales pillar number 1 is a 1-page CEO sales plan. Sales pillar number 2 is to make sure you understand the CEO sales cycle. Sales pillar number 3 that you must know, you must understand, is you must have a sales message. It must be clear. It must be concise. It must be compelling. And then the CEO sales dashboard, which is how do we view what's going on in the business? And we spent a whole segment on that in just a moment, by the way. And then your 7-figure sales team. Now, as you're listening right now, many of you can connect with me. You can see me. I love to connect every day. It's just something that I love to do. So if you're out there right now, you can see me. You can hear me. And if it's possible, look right below the video, if you're live especially, and put hashtag I'm here. Now, hashtag I'm here is the bat signal that you're in this conversation, that you showed up. And I'll reach back out to you. Isn't that kind of cool? And if you're watching the replay, put hashtag replay. Put hashtag replay. For all the folks that are on demand right now, like you're watching, you're on demand, you're on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, one of our streaming platforms. Maybe you got the podcast in your ears right now, playing in the background. Go ahead and go over to @IamChayBrown, just @IamChayBrown, and drop me a DM. Just drop me a DM. You can go @IamChayBrown, drop me a personal DM. Let me know you're in the conversation. I respond to every message personally. It's not AI, it's myself. I love getting the messages. I love reading from you. I love hearing how we can make this a better use of your time as well and give even more value than you're already getting. Now, the question comes up all the time, which is, Shay, why the CEO Sales Huddle? What's the purpose? Well, the CEO Sales Huddle is a place where CEOs gather to understand how to sell more faster. And I get it, you know how to sell. I get it, that's what you do. But our big why is really 3-fold. Number 1, it's about sales growth. It's about accountability. It's about sales consistency. And you may have heard this before, that consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. And having said that, what do most people struggle with most? They struggle with consistency. So we've got a way to solve that. And the way we solve that is we spend 15 minutes a day. So you think about it, there's 1,440 minutes in every day. And in that 1,440 minutes, you're going to spend 1% of your day. That's right, just 1% of your day. Focus inside the CEO Sales Huddle. Focus on your sales message. Focus on how you make a difference for others. Now, once you do that, our number 1 objective of all our objectives is to achieve $100,000 a month of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. This is over and beyond whatever you're earning today. You earn an extra $100,000 a month because you fix or focus on your sales strategy. You focus on your sales message. You focus on your sales systems. You focus on your sales engine that drives the entire sales department. At the end of the day, isn't that what that's all about? So you might be saying, well, wait a minute, Shay. How am I able to do that? Well, we created the CEO Sales Dashboard. You can go over to www.ceosalesdashboard.com, www.ceosalesdashboard.com. And once you get there, you can download it. Now, it has 5 components. Let's pull up so you can see it. And those 5 components are right here that you can see are for those folks that are tuning in for the very first time. You can go all the way across the top and find today's date. Now you can download this and you can customize it, and certainly you can go ahead and turn this into a spreadsheet and put the products on the left-hand side. But every morning we're going to put in here, if your team hasn't already done it, your leads, your appointments, the offers, deals, and repeat business. Now, here's our philosophy. What gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. So now we're going to focus on managing and measuring and making better some of our key components that are so important. So right now, let's just do a deep dive. Let's say we went in and we took a look at one area. And I'm sorry, I made that mistake. The one area we're going to take a look at is deals. So let's go over here and let's just take a look at deals. And we take a look at deals, we go in there, and there you'll see it right there. So you got deals, you see it all the way at the bottom. There it is right there. And then you say, well, how many deals were closed yesterday? How many deals? Now, you either made a deal or you didn't. You can do it by product. How many deals were closed yesterday? How many deals were closed the day before? And then we step back. We look at pending deals. And pending deals, I like to look at very carefully, because pending deals are, to me, is like, what deals are hot? Like, they're going to close in the next 10 days. 0 to 10 days, got a 80% chance they're going to close. And then maybe it's warm deals. There's like 0 to 20 days or 10 to 20 days, at least 10 to 20 days. And then you got the ones that are cold. I mean, like, you know what? Maybe I got to get them to sign a contract. Maybe they got to think about it, or whatever it may be. They're cold. That means they're not going to close in the next 30 days, but they're on the list. They're on the list. Isn't that a great way to go? Isn't that a great way to go? So what gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. But then we leave there and we go celebrate our wins. So we don't just measure and manage and beat ourselves up. We're looking at what's working. Powerful people ask powerful questions. Why? Because questions steer focus. And in this life, you get exactly what you focus on. So there are 3 questions we're going to ask ourselves. Number 1, what are you most proud of for the sales department yesterday? You're the CEO. You're having a meeting right now. You're in the CEO sales huddle with your team. What are you most proud of yesterday? Someone raised their hand and says, you asked the question, what was your biggest accomplishment yesterday? And then you raise your hand again and you say, wait, what do we want to brag about? Like, you're coming on the CEO sales huddle and you want to come on here and you want to brag. You want to share, like, whoa, here's what I'm most proud of. Like, here's what really happened yesterday. Like, I just want to brag. Works great. And then we go to the other side. Every day is not rainbow, cupcakes, and unicorns. So we look at some hurdles that are out there. And powerful people got to ask those powerful questions, because questions steer focus. And in this life, you get what you focus on. So our 3 questions are, number 1, what was your biggest roadblock yesterday in the sales department? Number 2, what's preventing you today from moving forward in the sales department? And number 3, what's the one thing that you can do that if you did it, it would shift the business, it would change the trajectory of who you are right now? Powerful people ask powerful questions. Why? Because questions steer focus. And in this life, you get what you focus on. My message of the day is focus on getting in front of qualified leads. My message of the day is focus on attracting your ideal clients. Focus on attracting your ideal clients. Take a step back. And I want you to answer this question. What's my number 1 sales system to get in front of my ideal client? It's a very reasonable question at a reasonable time. And that answer is whatever it is. And I want you to focus on that area, because for many of you, if you get in front of the person that has an interest, want, or desire to either solve a problem or make their life or business better, it gives you an opportunity to share how you do it, whether they work with you or not. Don't focus on selling. Don't focus on convincing. Just focus on saying, look, I have a solution to the problem that you have. If you do that, and you will see your sales go up, 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 and away. With that being said, my name is Shay Brown, host of the CEO Sales Huddle. It is an honor and a privilege to serve you. Thank you so much for allowing us to stream into your home during these remarkable times that we're living in right now. I want you to know that you're amazing. You're an incredible CEO. You're a game-changing CEO. You're a world-changing CEO. You're a CEO that's making a difference in the world. With that being said, make it a great day, everyone. And I promise you, we'll make some good things how we connect again next time. God bless, and keep doing God's work. Peace.